what's going on, everybody? Dr. Brady here, and today we got Nick with us today. Nick's been having some trouble. He's a collegiate level football player, collegiate level kicker, and he's been having some issues. So we're going to see what we can do to help Nick out today. So we're going to take some scans of Nick, see what's going on with his spine and nervous system, and then we'll kind of walk you guys through our system and then get Nick adjusted, and you can watch all of that. So let's go take Nick's scans. Alright, so what we're going to do is we're going to take some scans of your spine and nervous system here. So the first one we're going to do is called a rolling thermal. And really the main goal is to detect where heat is building up alongside the spine. So we're going to be seeing the symmetry of the spine. We're going to be seeing where areas of the nervous system getting restricted and actually building up inflammation and heat in those areas. So,
it's pretty sick.
Yeah, it's pretty cool, huh? And with these ones, you won't feel anything at all. There's no radiation, no pain, nothing. All you got to do is just look straight ahead for me towards that poster. And actually, I'm going to have you lift that beanie up for me. Yeah, just toss that right over there. Let's rock and roll. And this next one we're going to do is a surface EMG. So basically what this one's going to be showing me, there's little muscles along each side of the spine. What it's going to do is it's going to measure the function of each one of these muscles, because when we get any of these misalignments or subluxations in the spine, the body has to try to restore that normal balance, and so it'll use the musculature to basically show me where is the nervous system in the spine not moving properly and where's the nervous system getting interfered with. So this kind of helps give us a little bit of a roadmap to see what's going on with your spine.
So like take pictures of it, kind of?
Yeah, basically. So the best way I can describe it is it's kind of like we're measuring the voltage of each one of those nerves that's coming out this way. And there should be like a normal value that we want to see. And basically what happens is when those nerves get interfered with, they're going to have to work extra hard to get the job done. So we want to see where a nerve's wasting energy. Relax. So heart rate variability is really critical for telling us what side is your nervous system more dominant on. So you really have kind of like the stress side, and then you have more like a relax side. And so especially for athletes, we want to make sure you have a healthy balance and you can get into that rest, relax, and also healing recovery side. Most people tend to be a little bit more stress dominant, and that's going to affect your body's ability to heal, recover, sleep well, have optimal immune function. And so we want to see where exactly do you plot on that line. And so this is going to go all the way towards the end. The actual scan will begin. All you need to do is just kind of hang out, chill out for a little bit. As soon as a little screen pops up that says scan successfully saved, that lets you know you're done, and then you can head out up front and then we'll get you adjusted. Sound good?
Sounds
All right,
good.
we'll see you in a little bit. So we're going to take a look at your scans now. You ready?
Boy.
So the first one we're going to take a look at is his HRV. And so the HRV is really telling me how stuck on one side of his nervous system is he. So you can see here is your sympathetic nervous system, here's your parasympathetic nervous system, and ideally I want to be smack dab on that black line right towards the top of that green square there. So Nick, where do you notice you track on that?
A little bit more into the parasympathetic.
Yeah, so you're a little bit more on that sympathetic side, right?
Yeah.
So you're a little bit more stuck on the stress side of your nervous system. So when you're stuck on that side, it means you're having trouble getting into that rest, relax, and recovery. So now you're pretty young, so you should be pretty high on this bar, but you can even see you're not quite all the way up towards that 100 where we want you to be. But honestly, not too bad, but we can just see you're stuck a little bit more on that sympathetic side for you. So that gas pedal side, which we don't want to be on because that's going to rob you of optimal immune function, recovery, healing. And now the next one we're going to take a look at is your EMG. Now on your EMG, what you'll see is I want to see all white bars. Anytime I see greens, blues, or reds, it's showing me where is the nervous system wasting energy. What do you see with yours?
Man, pretty jacked up.
So you got a lot of stuff going on, right? And so for a lot of our athletes, do you think you're going to function better with all white bars or all the colors?
Probably all white.
No, all white bars, right? And so some of the things we're seeing for you, and it may help to kind of see, in a different area. But for you, let's take a look at this one. So this kind of puts it into a little bit better of a picture for us to see where is your body really dealing with a lot of stress in through this one. And so with this one, you can see, I want to see that these black bars right through there fit within those white pear-shaped voids. So what you'll notice is the more organized and smooth they are, the better off it is. Anytime we start to see any of that, those jagged lines down here, or even going outside those bounds, or even inside those bounds, is showing us where is the nervous system dealing with a lot of stress and where is it wasting energy trying to heal. So looking at yours, what do you notice?
Definitely in the neck and then lower back area.
Yeah, so you can see it a lot. See how it dips in through the middle and the neck there? So that's probably been going on for quite a while, where it's actually starting to get choked off a little bit in through there. And then as we go down to the bottom, you can see it starts to really get outside on this low back here. And that low back is where all those nerves that control your legs, your lower limbs, but also your lower digestive system, reproductive system all live down through here. So this is going to be a big one for you that we'll definitely check once we get you adjusted. And then you can see here, your pattern score tells me how efficient is your nervous system working. I want to see that 70% and above. You're at 89. That's great. Symmetry's letting us know, do we have any balance or curve changes? And so with this one, I want to see that 70% above as well. You're at 84. And this last one down here, total energy. Total energy is really telling me how hard is the body having to work to get the job done. So this is kind of like if you're driving out, your car on the freeway, you're going 65 miles an hour, hopefully, and all of a sudden instead of 1,000 to 2,000 RPM, your car is revving at 8,000 to 9,000 RPM.
Yeah.
Your car is wasting more energy just to do the normal tasks. So when we took this, you're sitting down, it should be right around that 100. And so what do you notice with yours?
Should be at 100.
It should be at 100, yeah.
Definitely revving the RPM up.
You're definitely revving the RPM. So your body's working 67% extra just to sit there and just do the normal. So that's going to waste a lot of energy. So especially if you're trying to kick, you're trying to recover, you're trying to do all these different things, that's making sure that you're not able to do that properly. So that's a big one we want to see go down for you as we go forward. And the last one that we'll see here is your thermal. And the rolling thermal is really telling me where is the body sending inflammation trying to heal. So what I want to see is that this green line is smack dab on top of that black line right there. And then what do you notice with yours as we start to travel up the chain?
The top is definitely not on the line.
Yeah, and so especially for yours, seeing a lot of stress, and I kind of pointed that out to Christy on the camera when we first said you have a major shift on like one side to another. And so this will affect the rest of the system all the way down. The brain starts at the top and then sends those signals down, but also receives that way. So if the first one out of the gate is interfered with, that affects the rest of the system all the way down, which can actually affect your legs, low back, everything else. So that's why we check the whole spine when we're here. So really for you, we got a couple issues for you. One's from your neck. I think that was probably been there for a little while for you. And then also your low back. And I think that's mostly just from being a football player, kicking, all those types of things. So we're going to get you adjusted and see what we find. All right, Mr. Nick. Now, Nick, you've been adjusted before, right?
A long time ago.
So you're going to go face down for me, brother. Shoes are just fine, just as you are. All right, so now we're actually going to check. Now that we know what's going on with Nick's scans, we've seen what's going on with his nervous system. Now we're actually going to check and see. You got little holsters down there.
That's it.
For your arms. Perfect. We're going to see what's actually going on with Nick's spine and nervous system here. So now, maybe you want to bring the camera a little closer over here. We look at Nick's feet. Look at how off his right foot is. He's almost, how much, like an inch shorter on that one.
Yeah.
Pretty amazing, huh? So what I'm going to have you do, Nick, is I'm going to have you turn your head to the right for me.
So like that?
Yep, that's perfect.
Cool.
Just like that. And if you want to bring the camera back, look what happened to his feet when he does that one. Goes there. Now, Nick, turn your head to the left. And he goes right back to where he was before. So Nick has a subluxation in his neck that's affecting the rest of the chain all the way down. So unless you want to walk with your head turned, then we got to get that corrected. Let's have you go on your back for me.
Cool.
All right, let's see here, Nick. Yeah, and that's not too hot right there, huh?
No, that definitely does not feel good.
Yeah, so that's been there for a little while for you, sir. So we're gonna go correct that. And I'll do all the work, so all you gotta do is just let that head fully relax. Beautiful, a little bit more. There we go. That was really stuck for you. Yeah. And then you're gonna go face down for me, brother man.
It's broken. It's broken.
That's why you're here. We're fixing you up. All right, so let's see here. So now, look where we're at with Nick's feet now. So now he's even there. Beautiful, beautiful. So now, correct the neck. Now let's see what's going on his low back. And then once I bring his legs up, you can see you go right back short on that one again. Can you see that there? So as soon as I bring his legs up, the legs are checking what's going on in the pelvis, what's going on in the low back, which we saw in his scans. So we already know something's going on in that low back. So now we're gonna check and see what makes that better. So we're gonna check this left hip for him. Now Nick, what was the leg that was having the problem, the left?
Yeah, the left one.
Yeah. And so that didn't change anything. Let's try this L5 here. And so his L5 evened him out. So we know he's got a subluxation or misalignment on his L5. That's pulling everything left to right over here. So Nick, I'm gonna have you on your side, facing me this way, brother. And then you're gonna bend this leg for me. Perfect, just like that. I'm gonna straighten that leg out that way. Beautiful. Just like that.
Like a small baby.
Nice small baby. And then we're gonna go right there. Probably a little sore there, huh? Or like
Yeah,
a little
a little bit.
achy. Yeah.
I can definitely feel it.
So I'm gonna do all the work again. Just let that all relax for me. There you go. Beautiful. Beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful. So I'm gonna have you do now is I'm gonna have you go walk towards our wall and back, and we're gonna see how that's holding up. See what you notice.
What? Dang. Feeling better.
How do you feel?
Feels good.
Yeah.
Definitely feel like less tense, I guess you could say.
All right. So let's have you go face down again. Let's see how that's looking. All right. Let's see. You are all set, sir.
Sweet.
Beautiful. It's as simple as that. So what'd you notice with the adjustment? What'd you feel?
So when you're bringing my legs up, like closer to my back, definitely felt it tense up, like super.
Oh, and the first time we were doing it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then the second time, it was like kind of effortless, you know.
Yeah, it just felt real smooth,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, so for you, the first one we did was Nick's neck. That's where a lot of that started. And that was probably a tender adjustment on that one, huh?
Yeah, it was definitely sore.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure and tension in Nick's upper neck. That's probably been there for you for a while, especially being a football player too. He's probably had that for probably since high school, at least. And then I think that really set the stage really for your low back as well. And so we had that discrepancy in the low back, which just moved great. So that probably felt way better. And then a lot of what was going on with his upper back was a lot of that compensation just from he's a athlete, but he's also in school. He's studying a lot more. He's a videographer, so he's constantly hunched over, and that distortion in the posture just builds a lot of pressure on the spine, but also his nervous system. So this is going to help him a ton, not only just feel better, but he's going to recover better, he's going to play better, and he's going to sleep better, and that's really important when you're an athlete. So I'm glad you're feeling better, man.
Yeah, thank you.
Excited to watch you grow. I hope you enjoyed that video. So Nick had a lot of issues in his spine for sure. Those subluxations aren't just robbing him of just his movement and his feeling, but that's robbing him of performance and optimal health. So for him, that's going to make a huge difference, not just in the way that he moves, the way that he kicks, the way that he plays and performs on the field. It's going to help the way that he recovers and functions off the field, because that spine directly correlates to the health of our central nervous system. So I hope you enjoyed that video. Stay tuned for more.